Welcome to another episode of Going Hot. Today we'll be shooting the SIG Sauer P250 9mm along with the Winchester 9mm Silvertip. Going hot! Today on Going Hot we're going to be using the SIG P250 9mm and the Winchester Silvertip in 9mm. So let's get our friend out and get him ready. Here he is, the rutabaga of choice today. Nice pair of legs, but yeah, these guys are getting smaller. I really think we're gonna get to a point where we got a hard time using rutabagas. But we'll get him clad in his blue jeans and get him up to go. We got our rutabaga in his blue jeans clad on 3 bottles of water. Yeah, we're a little short on water this week, but shooting the 9mm, I'm sure that'll do. So let's do it, guys. Going hot. Well, there you go. That's what's left of Mr. Rutabaga this week. Let's look at the entry point right there and the exit. Yeah, not bad. That was kind of damaging. I think I can suspect that that did expand upon impact to the rutabaga. And we went through one. And there we are. We're in the second water bottle. And it's going to be cold. Let's get it out and see what it looks like, guys. Well, there you go. Really nice expansion on that. And kind of interesting. It's got a story behind it. And we'll talk about it back in the shop because it's getting really cold out here. And now my hands are cold. Well, here we are back in the shop, and I see Jack left me a little green tea. Thanks, Jack. Well, to the sunny slopes of long ago. Well, it heats you up. And it's a good thing. I swear it's almost as cold in here as it was outside. This is the firearm we were shooting today, the SIG P250. I've shown it before. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It's the precursor to the 320. This is the compact size with the 3.9-inch barrel. We are shooting the Winchester 9mm silver tip out of it, a 119 grain bullet that comes out at around 1,225 feet per second. Here's the blue jeans that the poor rutabaga was clad in. Here's the entry point. And here's the exit for that round. So, yeah, I would suspect that that bullet expanded when it hit the rutabaga. Here's the bullet in question. We'll take a look at the expansion, textbook expansion. It's got a little pedaling effect on the one side. It measures at the widest point 5/8 of an inch and at the narrowest point 9/16 of an inch. So, pretty close to a full expansion at 5/8 of an inch on this 9mm silver tip. And I wanted to shoot this today because I wanted to briefly talk about what's going on in the world and the 9mm round. Been a lot of talk over the last couple of years about the advancements in bullets and how well they expand and what a good job they do nowadays in the 9mm, which makes the 9mm a great choice for a carry round. And while I agree this bullet here would get the job done and is more than adequate for your self-defense needs, I want to talk about this concept of switching because a lot of agencies are switching from 40 Smith & Wesson now to 9mm because, and this is the argument they're using, the bullets technology on bullets has advanced so much that the 9mm expands and does such a great job that they can switch to 9mm. It's less expensive than the 40 Smith & Wesson, and it's easier to train their people on, which, yeah, I'll agree with most of that. The first part, there's been some advancements and changes in bullets, but this bullet here expanded really well. It went into 2 water jugs. The Federal HST is the only other 9mm we've shot so far. That expanded well too, about the same, and it stopped in the first water jug. That's a newer bullet than this, is why I got this on and I want to talk about it. A while ago I did a video, and I'll put a link right here to it, about cartridges and size of bullets and comparing them, and this old argument against different size. You know, Jack's always saying if he's going to throw a rock, he's going to throw the biggest rock he can. So I did this video because a lot of people had made comments, well, you know, 9mm is just as good as. I've seen those comments on my videos quite a bit. Because of the new technology in bullets, a 9mm is just as good as. Yeah. So I did this video a couple years ago about that and said, well, if the bullets are better, then if I've got a 9mm in this magical new bullet, and I've got a 40 Smith & Wesson by the same manufacturer with the same magical new bullet, and I've got a 45 with the same manufacturer and the same magical new bullet, wouldn't the 45 be better than the 9 just due to its size and weight? Basically was the argument in my video, more or less. But at any rate, I wanted to shoot this round today because this round here, yeah, it came from my collection of old ammo that I've had, in this case since 1993. So this is a 25-year-old cartridge here, and you know what? I think it expanded well and would get the job done. Just saying. So I don't know if this is the new bullet they're talking about, the ones I was using back in the day, or if there's some other new bullet that expands better than this in 9mm. I don't know. You can comment down below if you know the answer to that question. But this got the job done back when I was carrying it back in 1993, and it'll get the job done today. It expands just fine. But it's a 9mm. It's a 119 grain 9mm, not a 45, and it's not 230 grains. So, yeah, nothing wrong with this. Carried it for years. But it's still not a 45. Well, there you go, guys. Thanks for tuning in this week to Goin' Hot. I hope you tune in again next week when we'll have another round. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Goin' Hot. Till next time, for Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe.